Yes. So I'm just launching the quiz, guys. So you can see the questions on your screen. So you have to answer. There are five questions, simple questions only, whatever we discussed in the last session. So the same thing, okay, I just added as a questions here. So you can see the questions on your screen now, and you can answer the questions. Some of them are optional, optional in the sense you have to choose the particular option, and some of them are like fill in the blanks. You have to just add some information. Okay, so I'm just launching. Let me know if you're able to see the questions on your screen. Okay, I just launched, guys. I hope you are able to see. If not, just let me know. I'll again end the poll and again I'll relaunch the poll. Are you able to see the questions on your screen, guys? Everyone?
Yes, Yanmuk.
Okay, thank you. I'll give you 5 minutes time. It don't take much time, guys. 5 minutes is more than enough. Just you can select the answers. So exactly what you can see on my screen, guys. 1 minute. Let me check this one. Okay. I'll give you 5 minutes time. It don't take much time, guys. Just 4 out of 10 submitted the quiz till now. We have 3 more minutes. Okay. Still 4 people has to submit. Guys, just please submit, okay? It's not a great questions and all. I didn't ask like normal things only. Just check and you can, these are the optional options, guys. Optional questions. You can even select any option. No issues. I'm not going to highlight anyone, okay?
Hello, Shambhu, can you relaunch this?
You're not able to see the questions on your screen.
Actually, I see, but I have just
Please,
submitted one question.
please rejoin, okay? If I relaunch again, all the people, the questions will be disappear. So please rejoin and try it once, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Hari, can you see now?
Yes.
Okay. Let me know, guys, if it's finished. I'm going to end the quiz. Okay, thank you. So I'm just ending the quiz. And I'm going to 1 minute, guys. I'm sharing this one. What I can say, the window using this, we can do that. It's not taking to the correct browser. This one, please. I want to just show you that one. Data relevant. Right, okay. It's having an issue with the browser only. Fine. So let me go back to this and not take me to the correct page. Okay, fine. So let's discuss, guys. SQL Server is a dash software. So one person answered that as a BDMS software. So it's not a BDMS, it's an RDBMS. Okay. So the others, like all other 9 members, selected as a RDBMS software. Very good. So who is the father of RDBMS, guys? As discussed earlier. So I guess you are confused with the name. So one of you selected as a KF Chad, and one guy selected that option GF card, and 7 people answered like EF card, guys. So the correct answer is Professor EF card. Okay. So the father of RDBMS is Professor EF card. So what is data? Very simple. So like raw facts and figures is called a data. Okay, so raw facts and figures is called a data, guys. And what is an information? Processed data, like it's an information. A processed data we can call it as an information. So identify the correct SQL versions, guys. So one person answered the second option. SQL Server 2000, 2005, 2006, 8, 8R2. So we don't have SQL Server 2006, guys. So most of you answered the last option, that is SQL Server 2000, 2005, 8, 8R2, 12, guys. So that is the correct answer, guys. Okay, thanks for joining. So let's jump into the session, guys, without delay. Let me close this. Okay. And let me close this as well. This. Right. So in the last class, we discussed about the SQL versions, guys. So we have like SQL Server 2000, 2005, 8, 8R2, 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, 22, and the latest version, the upcoming version will be like a SQL Server 2025. So these are all the SQL versions we have till now. And these are like version numbers we can include. Like we are now representing with the year, right? In which year it was introduced, we are representing with the year. If you want to represent with the numbers and all, like these are the bill numbers, using this bill number also, we can represent the SQL version, guys. So these are all the folders that will be created when you install the respective version. If you install SQL Server 2019, 150 folder will be created in your drive. Okay, whatever, whether it is a C drive or D drive. If you install SQL Server 2016, 130 folder will be created in the particular drive. So I'll explain, guys. There is a separate concept post installation. So we'll discuss a lot of things like what and all services gets created when you install SQL Server, what and all folders gets created when you install SQL Server. So all these things will be discussed separately. Okay, so don't worry. And we have a discussion on these numbers also. These are called build numbers. So what is a build number? How to identify the version of the SQL Server? So we'll be discussed, guys. So let's coming to the Windows Server versions, guys. SQL Server is a software, right? SQL Server is a software. If I want to install any software, what is the platform we should have, guys? What platform we should have if I want to install any software generally? Guys, can you hear me?
OS operating system.
Correct. Very good. We should have an operating system. Okay. If we want to install SQL Server, we need a platform called operating system. So now some of you joined from the phone, some of you joined from the laptop. So every electronic device will have an operating system, including calculator also. Operating system is nothing but, okay, it's an interface between the user and the machine. Okay, it's an interface. It's a middleman. If you want to talk to the machine in the sense, guys, laptop servers will call it as a machine. Okay, so if you want to talk to the machine, if you want to talk to the laptop, so how you can talk, guys, using this interface, using this middleman. So without OS, like how the life is for us, in the same way the machine life is your operating system, guys. So every machine should have an operating system. Even the phones that you are using, so that also has an operating system, Android OS you are using. So on top of that Android, you are installing your applications, Phone Pay, Google Pay, phone, like WhatsApp, all the applications, YouTube, okay, Instagram, Pinterest. So all the applications that you installed on your phone on top of your operating system, which is Android. So in the same way, if I want to install SQL Server, as SQL Server is an application, if I want to install this application, I need one operating system, guys. I need one operating system that is called a platform. So on which operating system I can install, guys? On which operating system I can install? Tell me types of operating systems currently. Different types of operating systems. We have mainly, okay, two
Types.
types of operating system. Two types of operating system, mainly like Windows operating system and Linux operating system. Okay, mainly like if you go for like Linux, again CentOS, Ubuntu, different. Mac OS is also there, Mac OS, but commercially we don't use Mac OS for the SQL Server installation. Okay, so like that, a lot of other operating systems also there, but mainly market share will be like 90 percentage will be like for these two operating systems will be there, guys. Okay, so Windows operating system is there. We have Linux operating system is also there. So anyhow, we can install all the versions of SQL servers. Okay, we can install all the SQL versions. Why? Because mainly it was invented for Windows only, on the Windows operating system. Okay, on the Windows operating system, we can install all the versions of SQL servers. But from SQL Server 2017 onwards, from SQL Server 2017 onwards, okay, we can also use Linux operating system, okay, to install SQL servers, guys, to install SQL servers, okay. So 2017 onwards means 2017, 2019, 2022, definitely they will introduce 2025 also. So these are all the versions that we can install on the Linux operating system. Also, I'm saying also means both, including your Windows operating system and Linux operating system, I can install these versions, guys. Okay, so generally SQL Server means they will use, okay, Windows operating system only. They are not using any Linux operating systems. Okay, for now, maybe in future because of the features and all, they might, okay, use Linux also. But for now, 99.999 percentage, so people are using SQL with Windows. Okay, SQL with Windows, guys. Now if you go back to the Windows operating system, here again we have two types of operating systems, guys. One is desktop operating system, second one is server operating system. So desktop operating system means what, guys? The one that we are using for personal use, for home usage. Everyone, like, you are carrying the laptops, right? So you are using that a desktop operating system. Okay, the personal usage, I can say. So desktop operating system, in the sense, what are the versions of desktop operating system, guys? Can anyone tell me? Versions of desktop operating systems. What versions you use it till now in your in your laptop, guys? What versions you use it till now? Version in the sense an updated software copy. So what
11.
version? At least what version you are using currently?
Currently, we are
Windows
using
11. Very good.
11.
Right? So these are the versions, guys. Windows 11. Yesterday we discussed it, right?
Yes.
Windows 7, Windows 8. 8.1, 10, 11. These are all the Windows desktop operating system. Before Windows 7, we have Windows Home, Windows Vista. Okay, like these are all the different desktop operating systems, guys. So 7, 8, 8.1, okay, 10, and 11. So these are all the different operating system, desktop operating systems, especially we have in the present market, guys. Windows 11. So most of the people are using either 10 or 11, guys, for now. Okay, fine. So coming to the server operating systems, Shanmukh, why we have to use server operating systems? Why we don't use desktop operating systems? What is the difference between server operating systems and desktop operating systems? Okay, so tell me, guys, any idea what is the difference between these two?
Yes. Server is a
Yeah.
server operating system provide the service to the client, and we can
Okay,
get
very good.
in this operating system.
Okay. So the main difference will be very simple, guys. Desktop operating system is our personal usage, whereas server operating system is for commercial usage. Desktop operating system is for our personal usage, like the laptops that you're using, the systems that we are using. Okay, and if you go to any office and all, generally they will use like the like beginning we can see like staff. I mean to say the reception at the reception counter and all normal systems and all you can see, right? So for normal purpose, if you are using, that is your desktop operating systems, guys. Commercially, if you are using, you have to choose server operating systems. So there is another reason also in terms of resources. Desktop operating systems cannot, okay, manage the heavy load. Desktop operating systems cannot manage the heavy load, whereas server operating systems are meant to manage the heavy load, guys. And if you see the desktop operating system maximum RAM is, you can see now in the market, 32 GB is the maximum RAM in the, means the laptops that you are using personally, the maximum capacity of the RAM will be like 32 GB and max hard disk will be 2 TB kind of thing. That is the maximum specifications for personal laptops and all. Whereas if you go to organization, 32 GB RAM, 2 TB storage is like a peanut. Okay, peanut, I can say. So that is not at all sufficient to manage the applications, guys. If it is a commercial applications like Amazon, Flipkart, they need lot of RAM to process the terabytes of data. Okay, to process the millions of transactions. They need lot of RAM. So if you use desktop operating, and first of all, they are not meant for the commercial usage. Whatever desktop operating systems are there, they are not meant for the commercial usage. They are meant for only personal usage. So even though you installed SQL Server on desktop, you can still install SQL Server on the desktop operating systems, guys. It will support. You can install the respective versions of the desktop operating systems. It will support. But we don't use desktop operating systems in the organization for commercial usage. Microsoft okay invented one more operating system called server operating systems. So we'll install server operating systems on top of the server operating systems. We are going to install the SQL servers, guys. So the main reason is in terms of workload and in terms of protocols also. If Microsoft said you don't use means you cannot use this, guys. Why? Because Microsoft will do auditing. It will check whether proper usage of the softwares or not. It will go for the auditing yearly. It will just Microsoft guys will come and they are going to do the auditing and all. So if they are doing auditing and if they came to know that you are using a desktop operating system commercially, definitely they are going to okay charge you legally or lot of penalties, okay, lot of fines and all they are going to impose, guys. So generally desktop operating systems you cannot use it as a commercial okay operating systems. So we have commercial operating systems also. Why? Because the cost, the desktop operating system generally it will be like 5,000 and all nowadays. Okay, 5,000 to 10,000 if it's professional and all. Whereas server operating systems, it will be lakhs, guys. Lakhs. Okay, so again, like yesterday we discussed, right? SQL Server cost 3 to 5 lakhs, depends upon the edition and all. In the same way, server operating systems also will be like 3 to 5 lakhs, depends upon the edition, guys. So what is edition? I'll tell you. So server operating systems, the main usage is to manage the heavy load. So in the organization, very common, you can see very commonly, you can see 32 GB machines, okay, and what I can say, 16 core machines, 32 core machines. But normally, if you see, the personal laptops will have 2 core, 4 core, 6 core, max to max. That's it. Max, that's it, guys. 4 core and all. Okay, that's the maximum CPU you can see in the desktop operating systems. Whereas in the server operating system, 4 core is nothing, 8 core is nothing. In the organizations, minimum to minimum 16 core will be there. That is the minimum configuration. So generally, the server's configurations will be like 32 GB RAM, 16 core CPU, 6 terabytes of storage. Depends, 6 terabytes or 4 terabytes, depends upon the application. If it's a very big applications, we'll also use 256 GB RAM, not storage, 256 GB RAM itself. 256 GB RAM and 64 core, 128 core machines, and 10 terabytes, 20 terabytes of storage. So it- then only it can manage millions of transactions per second, guys. Okay, so that's why, because of all these reasons, we will use server operating systems only in the organization, in any project, guys. Okay, we'll use server operating systems. So in any project, so if you go to any project, so generally you can see server operating system. They will give you a personal laptop for you. That personal laptop to do the work and all will have a desktop operating systems only. In your personal laptop, you don't install any SQL Server, any what I can say, uh, application related SQL servers we don't install. Maybe for testing purpose and all we can install, but application related SQL servers we don't install in our personal laptops, guys. So we have a separate platform. They are going to maintain the servers, Windows machines. They will have virtual machines. They will have on top of virtual machines. They will install this server operating systems, guys. On top of the server operating system, then we have to install the SQL Server, guys. This is how we are going to organize the things, okay, in the organization, guys. Clear? Any questions, doubts? Any questions, doubts, guys?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So, like, server operating system is also a software. Every software will have a version, guys. Every software will have a version. So let's discuss about the Windows Server Operating Systems versions. What and all Windows Server Operating Systems are there currently in the market? Okay. So again, Windows NT 3.0, 4.0. So they are not there currently, but started with the Windows NT 3.0 and all. So again, Windows Server 2000. Guys, don't get confused here. These are the SQL Server versions. This is an application. This is an operating system. There is a difference between an application and an operating system, guys. Okay, so these versions also similar to this only, your SQL versions only. Okay, don't get confused, guys. Here, very simple. So this is an operating system. This is the platform. Okay, on any of this platform, you are going to install any of these SQL servers. Not all. Again, there are some limitations. I'll tell you. On any of these operating system platforms, you are going to install any of these SQL servers. It will be like a simple example. Imagine this is your Android version, and imagine this is your Phone Pay application or Google Pay application or WhatsApp or Instagram. So WhatsApp also having a version number, right? You can see that version number and all. WhatsApp will have a version number. Your Phone Pay will have a version number. So this is how it will be. This is your Android device, or I can say Android platform. On top of the Android platform, these are all the different applications that you can install, guys. So don't get confused here. So this is a platform, whereas this is an application, guys. Okay, are we good? Right. So let's discuss the Windows Server versions, guys. We have Windows Server 2000, Windows Server 2003, Windows Server 2008, Windows Server 2008 R2, Windows Server 2012, Windows Server 2012 R2, Windows Server 2016, Windows Server 2019, and Windows Server 2022, guys. These are all the Windows Server versions, guys. These are all the Windows Server versions. Windows Server 2000, 2003. If you want to compare, we have SQL Server 2000, we have Windows Server 2000 also. We have SQL Server 2005, but we don't have Windows Server 2005. We have Windows Server 2003. We have SQL Server 2008. We have Windows Server 2008 also. We have SQL Server 2008 R2. We have Windows Server 2008 R2 also. SQL Server 2012. Yes, Windows Server 2012. SQL Server 2012 R2. Sorry, SQL Server 2012 R2 is not there, but Windows Server 2012 R2 is there. SQL Server 2014, there is no Windows Server 2014. SQL Server 2016, yes, Windows Server 2016. SQL Server 2017, there is no Windows Server 2017. So from here, you can see SQL Server 2019, Windows Server 2019, SQL Server 2022, Windows Server 2022. We have 2025 SQL Server. I am not sure about the Windows Server. So that is how it will be, guys. These are all the operating system versions, and these are all the SQL Server application versions, guys. Okay, so you have to remember both, guys. You have to remember both. So very important on a daily basis. Generally, we'll deal with all these things. So you have to remember both the versions, guys. So it's easy to remember. Okay, so no need to break your heads and all to remember all these things. Okay, guys, are we good? So the next question will be, Shanmukh, okay, you are saying we cannot install all the SQL servers versions on all the Windows Server versions. Technically, that is not possible. Why? That is called compatibility. I gave you an example of compatibility yesterday, right? I gave you an example of compatibility yesterday. So what is compatibility, guys? Compatibility.
It depends upon the size and the uses.
Very good. We can say the readiness. Okay. So readiness. I gave you an example in the last class, like if you are using 4 years, like when you are at the age of 4 5 years, the same cloths we can't use now because we don't know in future what is our height, like what is our measurements and all. We don't know. So even though we know, we can't still use it. Okay. So in the same way, when this was invented, guys, when SQL Server 2000 invented, generally in the year of 2000 or before to that, right? Before to that, they will start working on it. They will release in the year of 2000. So that time, whoever engineers worked on this to introduce this product, they can imagine, guys, in the future, Windows Microsoft will introduce 2019 or 2022. Can you imagine? Next 10 20 years, what kind of versions Microsoft will release? Can you imagine? You can't
No,
imagine. Why? Because they'll always start working on the latest product. So if they want to release SQL Server 2025, maybe from 2022 onwards, they will start working on it. Once it's finished, then they will decide 1 year, okay, we'll release this in the next year or maybe in the 2025. Let's start the project for 2025. They will decide one version and they will start working on it. They don't plan, okay, 28 will release one version, 2030 will release one more version. No, they don't plan it. So we don't know that SQL Server 2000 don't know, maybe in future this operating system will come or this operating system will come. So whatever, by that time, whatever operating systems are there, it should be compatible to that particular operating systems, guys. Okay. So now if anyone is coming, they don't generally ask this, but sometimes they are going to raise a request. Please see, install SQL Server 2017 on Windows Server 2008. Maybe uh, this kind of request will be there. Please install SQL Server 2019 on the latest Windows servers, Windows Server 2019. So on what and all Windows Server versions I can install these SQL servers? That you have to know, guys. So there is a shortcut for that. Don't worry. So we will generally follow, okay, -7 to +7 formula. Okay, it's not like Microsoft didn't said anything about this, but with the experience and all, the compatibilities. So we cannot remember SQL Server can be installed on what and all Windows servers. We cannot remember all the versions because we don't have one SQL versions. We have around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. As of now, 11 SQL Server versions are there. So we can't imagine. So on what Windows Server versions I can install SQL servers and all. If it is 2019, on what Windows Server versions I can install. If it is 2025, on what Windows Server versions I can install. So for every version, you have to remember at least, okay, 7 to 8 Windows Server versions. So it is very difficult to remember. So for that, we have a shortcut, guys. So -7 to +7. How this shortcut will work. For example, you want to check on what and all Windows Server versions, you can install SQL Server 2017. Imagine you want to check on what and all Windows servers, I can install SQL Server 2017. So what is your target version, guys? 2017. 2017 minus 7. How much, guys? 2017 minus 7. 20?
2000.
2000.
10.
Hard.
10.
Sorry.
2010. 2017 plus 7. How much?
2020.
2024.
4.
So in this range, what and all Windows Server operating systems are there? Tell me, guys. 2010 to 2024. In this range, what Windows Server operating systems we have? 2010 to 2024.
2012, 2012, 2012 R2, 2016, 2019, 2022.
2022. So on all these Windows servers, for sure you can install SQL Server 2017, guys, plus or minus 1-2 versions. But for sure, if someone is coming to you, hey, Anila, can you please install SQL Server 2017 on Windows Server 2008? Is it possible, guys? Is it possible? Can you install 2017 on Windows Server 2008?
No.
Not possible. You can see
Not
now
possible.
here, what and all Windows servers are there. These are for sure you can do that. Maybe it can manage maybe one more extra version. That doesn't mean you can install 2017 on Windows Server 2000. That doesn't mean you can install SQL Server 2000 on Windows Server 2003. Why? Because there is a lot of gap. Windows Server 2003 introduced in the year of 2003, whereas SQL Server 2017 introduced in the year of 2017. So 3 to 17, how many years, guys? 14 years gap is there. So every software will support -7 to +7 years only. -7 means you have to go back, +7 means you have to go forward. So every software, SQL Server software will go back to 7 years and will go forward to 7 years. In that range, whatever softwares are there, it will try supporting the same softwares, guys. Is it clear now? So if anyone is coming to you and can you please install 2017 on Windows Server 2003, what is your answer? Immediately, you know that the gap is more, 14 years gap is there. So you can directly tell them, no, that is not possible. We can install SQL Server 2017 on any of these versions. Okay, we have like 2012, 12 or 216, 19, 22. We can install SQL Server 2017 on any of these versions. We cannot install more than that. Maybe in future, Windows 24 is not there. Maybe in future, if they are releasing 2025, maybe it might support. It might support, but for sure, blindly you can say that SQL Server 2017 you can definitely install on all these Windows Server operating systems, guys. Is it clear? -7 + 7 rule, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Yanmak.
Are we good now?
Yes.
Okay, if we are
Yes.
good, I'll give you a question. Okay, so just tell me the answer. Don't tell your answers. Go to your chart, Zoom chart. Okay, in that click on two option. There is a group meeting, and you can also see my name, SOSC University. Select that option. Whenever you're answering, send me a direct message. Don't send me a group message so everyone can see your answers. Okay, so send me a direct message to me. I'll see whether you understood this concept properly or not. Okay. I want to install SQL Server 2012, guys. Okay. Type your answers on what and all operating systems I can install SQL Server 2012. I will also show you the operating systems also. Okay, you can see the operating systems on the screen. I want to install SQL Server 2012. Tell me out of these Windows servers, on what and all Windows servers I can install SQL Server 2012, guys. Ready? You can answer now. Again, the same concept, -7 to +7, just calculate it. You will get the range. In that range, whatever versions are there, just type the versions in the chart. That's it. SQL Server 2012. No, Sharath, I need, guys, type all the answers properly. 2008 to 2019. No, don't give those answers. That's why I opened the Windows Server versions. I need exact versions. Okay. Just type it. I'll tell you correct or not. Type all the versions, guys, not 1, 2 versions. Type all the supported versions. Guys, I need participation. Okay, please participate. At least whatever you know, just type it. It's not like simply joining and do your work and all. So please, okay, please concentrate for the next 2.5 months, guys. I don't want any extra time and all. Just we are all like past that 30, 35 years and all, right? So just 2.5 months. Just bear with me. It is enough to change your life. Yeah, why, Tabassum, you changed your answer? Right. So what about others? If you don't respond, I'll ask you to respond. I told you, right? Interaction is very important in the session. So simply sitting and listening and like it's not going to work. Okay, please respond. At least type one version. If you don't know, type whatever you know. That's it.
Sir, where it is type?
Sorry, wait. Okay. So see, there is a Zoom chart.
Sir,
Nita, Zoom chart. Zoom chart. You can see on top. I guess you can see on the top Zoom chart. Or I'll send a hi message to everyone in the group message. Maybe you can see that. Okay. Right. Can you see hi
okay,
message,
not
Sunita?
sir.
Can you see now?
No, sir.
No. You joined from
No.
device phone or laptop, Sunita?
Android, sir.
Android.
Phone, sir.
Okay. So phone also you can see the chart. Okay. Actually, why you're not able to see. Sunita, I just posted that. Check again.
Okay, sir.
Can you see now?
Ah, yes. Hi, Sumit.
Yes. Yes.
Hi.
Yeah. Right. Right. Okay. Fine. So yeah, thank you guys. So let's go back and okay, check the answer. So 2012, right? SQL Server 2012. So SQL Server 2000 minus 7, how much guys? 2012 minus 7. 2005
Hi,
to
sir.
2012 plus
And
7.
2014, sir.
14.
14.
19, sir.
14, Sunita. 2012 plus 7.
2012. Sorry, 19, sir. 19. 19.
Okay, fine. So 2005 to 2019. Okay, so let's discuss what and all Windows Server versions are there, guys, in this range 2005 to 2019.
2008,
2008.
2008 R2,
Right, Windows Server 2008, 8 R2,
And
Windows Server
2012.
2012
Very good.
R2,
2012
2016,
R2,
2019.
2016
then
and 2019. So for sure, you can install SQL Server 2020, 2012 on all these Windows Server versions, guys. Okay, so now let's come back and let's check. First, I typed the right one, but instead of 7, I used 10. Okay, don't use 10. Gayatri, 2005, 88R2, 12R2, 1619. Very good. Sunita, 88R2. So you just calculated 2012 plus 7 is 2014. So you just mentioned as 2014. And Sunita, do we have Windows Server 2014, Sunita?
No, sir, no.
You said 2014, right?
16.
Okay. So we don't have Windows Server 2014, which is the
Yes,
wrong
sir.
answer. Okay. Windows Server 2012 are to
2000.
Sharath. Farooq, okay, 2012 to 2022. Farooq, is it clear now? Farooq, is it 2012 to 2022?
Yes, sir.
So is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your answer is wrong. Sharath, Windows Server 2008, 8R to 12, and you missed 12R to Sharath. Okay, you just added later 2016, 2019, 2022. Okay.
Yeah, I just added 2022 by
Yeah,
mistake.
yeah. Windows Server 2008, 8R2, and 12, 12R2, 19. You missed 2016, Swati. Okay, and Nandakishore 12, SQL can install on 2019, 2012, 2016, 2022. Okay, and Tabassum done, and B 2019, Harishankar 2016, 2019, 2012, 2012 R2, 2008, 8R2. Okay, fine. Hari and Wahab 2008, 8R2, 12, 12 R2, 16, 19. Good. And B 8, 8R2, 12, 12 R2, 2016, 2019. Okay. And 2019, Nandakishore, Gopinath 8, 8R2, 12, 12 R2, 2016 and 2019. Very good. And Sharath, it is correct. Okay, Wahab 8, 8R2. Okay, fine. Sharath. Okay, fine, guys. See, once I started, Anila, to the time now, sir. Once I started reading, you cannot type the answers. Okay? Right? Because I'm only like telling the answer and all, right? So, guys, once I started reading the answers, okay, you cannot type the answers. You have to stop typing. Fine. Is it clear now? Are we good? Any questions, doubts? So this is very, very important, guys. On a regular basis, generally they will ask to install a particular version only. Please install. If they are not mentioning, please install the SQL 2019 and all. We will generally follow the latest one. Latest in the sense, if they don't have any particular version, depends upon the requirements. They will use the older versions. Sometimes they might ask us to install the older versions also. But if they did not mention any of the SQL versions, we have to always follow the latest versions, or in few organizations, latest versions -1 they will follow. Why? Because, for example, the next year, the latest version will be 2025. So we don't know what are the challenges of 2025, right? Definitely, it's a new product means initially in the beginning, there will be some bugs and all. Software might not work as expected. So all these kind of things will be there. Okay, so that is common. So directly, if it is any new version, they don't want to work with the latest versions, the very latest version and all. So they will follow the latest version -1 concept. So if they have any issues with the latest version also, they can avoid by following latest version -1. So if the latest version is 2025, latest version -1 means how much, guys?
2022.
2022.
22. Don't think 2024. 2025 -1, 2024, right, sir? Shanmuka. So how you are saying 2022? So 2025 -1 means the before version. Okay, 2025 -1 means the before version, which will be 2022, they will use. So if they don't mention any particular version, for some applications, I told you, right, different types of applications, old applications, new applications, internal applications. So if they are particular about a specific SQL Server version, if their application will support only a specific SQL version, they might ask, please, DBA team, can you please install 2008? Can you please install 2012? So as per their requirements, we have to install. As per their requirements, we have to install the respective SQL Server versions and all, guys. Is it clear now? SQL Server versions, Windows Server versions, okay, and on what Windows versions I can install SQL servers. Everyone, is it clear?
Yeah, Shanmugh, it's clear.
Clear.
Okay, fine. Okay, so this is all about your SQL and Windows Server versions, guys. Let's go back to this. Okay, and yes, please. Okay, fine, fine. So let's discuss about this platform dependent, platform independent. Okay, platform dependent and platform independent. What is this platform dependent and independent, guys? So platform means what? Just now we discussed what is meant by platform. Operating system.
OS, operating system.
Yes, very good. So platform dependent means the SQL Server will depend on a specific platform. So up to SQL Server 2016, we can install SQL servers are on only on Windows operating systems. Just now we discussed, okay, in the beginning of the session, we discussed it, right? So up to 2016, we can install SQL servers only on Windows operating systems, guys, up to 2016. Okay, so only means when I used a word called only, that means a dependency is there. So like if you want to install 2000, 2005, 8, 8 or 2, 12 and 14, 16, you can install only on Windows operating systems, either Windows desktop operating systems or Windows server operating systems. But from 2017 onwards, it's platform independent. You can install it on any of the platforms, either Windows operating systems or Linux operating system. So is it clear, guys? Platform dependent, platform independent. So from 2017 onwards, SQL Server is a platform independent. Independent means it is not going to be depend on a specific platform. So the platform in the sense the OS. So we have Windows operating system, we have Linux operating system also. So you can install SQL servers both on Windows and Linux operating systems. The SQL servers 2017, 2019, 2022, 2025, these okay versions you can install it on the Windows or Linux operating systems, but as discussed earlier, we don't use any Linux and all. 99% will use only Windows operating systems, guys. So that is called platform independent, right from 2017 onwards. So let's discuss about this terminologies, guys. What is CTP? What is RC? What is RTM and all? CTP is nothing but cost threshold parallel. Sorry, I'm sorry. CTP is nothing but community technology preview. CTP is nothing but community technology preview, guys. So what is this community technology preview? In the last class, we discussed the corona vaccination, right? So generally, not only Microsoft, if any company is releasing a product means initially there might be lot of bugs in the particular application. So what is meant by a bug, guys? Tell me what is a bug? What is the bug and what is the error? What is the
Bug
difference
means
between these
unknown
two?
behavior.
Very good. So bug in the sense, a faulty behavior of the application is called a bug, guys. Faulty behavior of the application is called a bug. So while designing any application, you have to think in many ways, not in one way, guys. Why? Because different people will use in different ways. So you should be able to, okay, uh, think in that way, and you have to make sure there are no loopholes. Bug is a kind of a loophole, guys. Okay, the other word is bug is a kind of a loophole, so that they can enter into that easily. They can break it easily. So that is called the faulty behavior of the application is called a bug or a loophole, we can say. So the perfect example in every batch, I'll give this example, guys. When MSET means like in the Telugu states, we used to use one entrance examination for engineering and for medical. Okay, for engineering and for medical admissions, we have a board exam called MSET. Okay, so MSET, when they introduced the OMR sheets, before to the OMR sheets, you know, right? OMR sheet in the sense, what is OMR sheet?
Option.
It is like an exam answer sheet. We have to answer the multiple choice
Correct.
question.
Very good. So this is how it will be. Like, so before to that, we used to write the answers and all. When they introduce it to the when they introduce this OMR sheet and all, so you have to select the particular option. Okay, you have to round that particular option. For example, if it is a option B, if the answer is option B, you have to select that. You have to round. You have to mark that option B, guys. Okay. So if it is option C, you have to mark that option C. So when they introduced this, means once you answered, what happened instead of manual intervention, okay, what will happen, guys? The systems only are going to correct your examination papers and all. Once you just marked it, they are going to scan this OMR sheet, and the system itself will correct your answers, whether this is right or wrong, like that. So for that, they will use one software, right? So when they introduced this software, what happened? One guy, knowingly or unknowingly, he just marked all the options for a first option for first answer. If you see A, B, C, D is there, right? Generally, what we will answer, if the answer is A or B or C or D, we will mark A or B or C or D. What that guy did initially, he marked A, B, C, D for first question. All four options he marked. For second question, all four options he marked. For third question, also all four options he marked. The software that they designed, how they designed the software, if the answer is C, and if he marked C, give 1 mark. Are you getting the point, guys? This is how they wrote the logic. If the answer is C and the student marked C, you give the answer, you give the mark. But the logic is not checking whether the student answered more than one option. So the engineer who designed this logic, he forgot about to think in that way also. He just checked, okay, if the answer is C and if student marked C, give the mark. That's how he designed. He forgot about the other options. So if you mark all four options for every question, so system will check whether answer C and C is marked or not. Yes, marked, it will give. It is not checking the other options. So if it is more than one option is marked, it should be invalidate. Okay, it should count as a negative kind of thing. They have to include the logic, but they forgot to include that logic. So that guy, he didn't think in that way. So that is the loophole. So that guy, whatever, like the student, he answered all 160 questions and he got 160 marks. Later, they got the doubt and they just checked that examination paper, that OMR sheet. So they all, like you can see, all the options are marked, all 116 to 4, all the ABCD options are marked for every question. So then they changed the logic. This is called a bug. Bug is very dangerous, guys. Bug is a kind of a loophole. It can destroy the credibility of the software, or the credibility, or the ideology of the particular software and all. So bugs are very, very important. Even you can see, if you found some bugs and all in their application, they will offer money, cash prize. So they are going to offer a lot of things. So bug is nothing but a faulty behavior of the application.
Bug
So
bounty.
yes, bug bounty, good. So when Microsoft is releasing a new version, so maybe 10 engineers or 20 engineers or 100 engineers might work, and 100 engineers can think in 100 ways, which will be 10,000 ways they can think. But when it is coming into the market, lakhs of customers are going to use. Lakhs of customers are going to use in a different ways. They are going to think in a different ways. So there might be a chances that there are some bugs. Okay, so to avoid all these things, what Microsoft will do, first it will release a CTP copy, guys. What is this CTP? Community Technology Preview. It's a kind of a first test copy. Very simple, straightforward thing is, CTP copy is a first test copy. Now Microsoft is going to release 2025, right? So it don't directly release the RTM copy. RTM is the licensed copy. So you are going to buy the licensed copy, guys. And if you see, maybe I don't know, if any big brand is releasing shirts, t-shirts, hoodies and all, first it will release, okay, first copy, second copy, like that. You can see in the market also, US Polo first copy, US Polo second copy, like handbags and all. You can see handbags, first copy, second copy handbag. So first copy, second copy in the sense that is meant for testing purpose. So they will release community technology preview 2025 CTP copy. They will release to the market. Market means the community. It will first Microsoft will release CTP 2025 to the community. So everyone can join in this community, in the Microsoft community. You can download it, you can install it, you can work with it. And if you have any bugs, if you came to know any bugs and all, you can update to the Microsoft, or else there is an error reporting option. So if you have an internet connection, Microsoft itself will scrutiny and it is going to do some surveys and all. So they'll get to know the bugs and all easily. So community technology preview is not a public copy. So only community members can download and they can work with this, guys. Community technology preview. You cannot install. This is a free copy, guys. But remember, free copies you cannot install on the production servers. Illegal. That is illegal. It's not legal to use to install free copies on production servers, guys. Okay, why? Because Microsoft is going to lose the money. So that is an illegal, guys. So that's how it is going to work. So CTP is the first test copy of any new version, which was released to the community. Clear, guys? Any questions, doubts so far? So if you started using that CTP and if you have any bugs, if you want to inform to Microsoft, you can send an email to Microsoft. You can inform to Microsoft. You can enable error reporting and all. I'll show you here to enable error reporting while installing the SQL Server. Okay, and then this is how it is going to work. So if 100 people, if they found some 10 bugs and all, they will inform to Microsoft, or Microsoft itself will collect the data and they are going to refine it. Okay, there are 10 bugs. Generally, the copy that they released is like after all test copies, they released that CTP copy only. But still, there are some cases that they might be, like I told you, that based on the use case also, you can see lot of bugs. How you are using also, you can see lot of bugs. So the CTP copy still, it can have some bugs. So Microsoft will collect the data. It is going to fix it, fix the code and all. Again, it will release one more second copy that is called RC. RC means released candidate, guys. RC means released candidate. This is the second test copy. Okay, it will release after fixing the bugs in the CTP. It will release the second test copy, that is RC, released candidate. So this is also okay, community, this one. And you can also install this RC. You can work with this RC, and if you found any bugs and all, you can inform to Microsoft. Finally, after these two test copies, it will fix all the bugs, whatever the Microsoft found, and whatever the mails and all received, whatever the suggestions received from the customers, it will try implementing those suggestions and all. And finally, it will release the licensed version of SQL Server copy, which is called RTM copy, released to the market, which is the licensed version and paid version, guys. This RTM you can install directly on the production. Why? Because after fixing all the bugs and all, okay, it was meant for the production usage. So RTM is the first licensed copy of any version, guys. RTM is the base copy, the base version of the SQL Server is called RTM. SQL Server 2012 RTM, 2014 RTM, 2016 RTM, 2019 RTM, 2022 RTM, 2025 RTM. So these are all the RTM copies. The first copy of the version is your RTM copy. On top of that, we will install the updates. Those updates are called service packs or cumulative updates. I'll tell you during the patching session. So we'll discuss all these things. So is it clear, guys, now? CTP, RC, both are test copies. Okay, so community people can download it. They can work with it. They can test all the new features of the SQL Server versions. And if they found any bugs and all, they can inform to Microsoft. Microsoft will rectify the bugs. It will fix the bugs and all. If any loopholes, any suggestions. So Microsoft is going, if it is really like important suggestion and all, definitely Microsoft will implement those suggestions also. You can tell the suggestions to Microsoft also. If they found that is useful, that can be used for multiple customers and all. So it is going to be implemented, guys. So after fixing all the bugs and suggestions and all, finally it will release an RTM copy to the market. So that RTM copy you can install on the production server as a licensed copy, guys. Clear about CTP, RC, RTM, everyone?
Yeah, Shanmugh. Clear.
Okay. Right. So if it's clear, let's do one thing. Take a break. Come back after 10 minutes. Okay. We'll discuss the other things, guys. Okay. Yeah, I'll be back in 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, guys. We'll discuss the other things.
Okay, sir.
Is class over?
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, let's continue, guys. So we'll discuss about the other concept called bill number. Okay, so what is this bill number? How this will be useful? Where we are going to see this bill number? It's okay, Anila, no issues. Yeah. Okay, so let's discuss all these things, guys, about the bill number. So bill number will help you to identify the, you're able to see my screen, right, guys? Bill number will help you to identify the version of the SQL Server. Okay, yesterday we discussed it, right? So I just shown you the SSMS and I just connected to one SQL Server. Okay, so let's connect again to the same SQL Server. So it's actually a version, guys. Bill number is nothing but it's actually a version of the SQL Server. Okay, so like Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, like that. We have a version for every SQL Server. So using the bill number, we can able to identify the version of the particular SQL Server, guys. Generally, by just looking at the SQL Server, you cannot tell which version it belongs to. Okay, you cannot tell which version it belongs to. Forget about this SQL Server 2016. I'll tell you, this is a management studio. This is just a tool. Using this tool, we can connect to any version of the SQL Server. So there is a separate discussion of this SSMS. So we'll discuss it, guys. Okay. So let's connect to that SQL Server first. So once you connected to the SQL Server, you cannot, this is actually one SQL Server software copy, guys. This is actually a SQL Server software copy. But can you identify which version of SQL Server it is? Whether it is the 2017, 2018, sorry, 2017, 2019, 2022. Can you identify the version of the SQL Server by just looking at the server name?
2019.
2019.
2019. So here the others, if you know that will be fine. Others who don't know that, generally, like you don't know how to identify the version of the SQL Server. So you can right click on this, you can go to the properties and you can see which version it belongs to. But as a DBA, you cannot, okay, you cannot open the, uh, you can see using this bill number again, but again, it will not show you direct version, guys, in the product properties also, in the particular application properties also, it will not show you direct version. So you can see either version here, or else here you can see in the brackets, you can see 15.0.2000.5. So this is your bill number, guys. What is this? This is your bill number. So nowhere it is showing 2019. But how come Tabassum and other guys said that this is belongs to SQL Server 2019, guys? Because of this number. If you remember, if you go back and see here, for every version, there is a bill number. It will starts with one number. If you install SQL Server 2000, okay, here when you connect it to the 2000, the bill number starts with 8.0. If you install 2005, it will start with the 9.0. You can see here. Here it will show you 9.0. If you install 2008, it will show you 10.0. If you install 2008 R2, it will show you 10.50. If you install SQL Server 2012, it will show you 11.0. If you install SQL Server 2014, it will show you 12.0. If you install SQL Server 2016, it will show you 13.0. If you install SQL Server 2017, it will show you 14.0. If you install SQL Server 19, it will show you 15.0. If you install SQL Server 2022, what is the bill number, guys? It will show you 16.0.
16.
And the upcoming version 2025, it will show you 17.0.
17.0.
So by just looking at the number 15.0, which is belongs to 2019, so that's why Tabassum is able to tell this is belongs to 2019. Otherwise, you cannot see whether it belongs to. Nowhere you can see. There is another command also. I'll show you the command to find the version. But every time, as an experienced professional, immediately you should be able to identify which version of SQL Server it is, instead of running the command every time. So you should be able to identify the version of the SQL Server, which version it belongs to. Okay. Otherwise, how to find the version of the SQL Server, guys? Correct version. So if you want to see the version, there is an option called query. Yeah. There is an option called new query. If you want to write any query, if you want to execute any query, we'll click on this new query and we'll write our query here, command here, select @version. If you just type this select @version, there is an execute button. Using this execute button, you can execute, or there is a shortcut Alt plus X, Alt plus X. Okay, Alt plus X using keyboard shortcut also we can execute this particular query. So I'm going to execute this query. Select the query first, and you can also parse it. I'll tell you every time. Okay, I'll tell you guys in the future. We have sessions on this, so don't worry. And if you expand this, you can see here Microsoft SQL Server 2019 RTM copy. Just now we discussed it, right? RTM copy. So this is the first base copy of SQL Server 2019, guys. In this way, you can identify the SQL Server version, whether it belongs to 2017 or 19 or 2022. But checking the version using the query every time, it will be like time taking process. At least it will take some time, right? So you should be able to identify using this number itself. You should be able to identify which version it belongs to. That is called bill number, guys. Okay, bill number. So what is bill number? Bill number will help you to identify the version of the SQL Server. Bill number contains four parts. Four parts. Okay. First part is your major version. Dot. Second part is your minor version. Dot. Third part is your actual bill number. Dot. Fourth part is your revision version. Revision version.
Revision
Guys.
history.
Okay. Revision version, revision history. Yeah. Okay. So you can say revision history. Okay. So your bill number contains four parts: major version, dot, minor version, dot, actual bill number, dot, revision history. If you see here, all the four parts you can see: 15 major version, 0 minor version, 2000 actual bill number, dot 5 is your revision history. Okay. So first two parts, major version and minor version, will help you will help you to identify the version of the SQL Server. First two parts, major version and minor version, will help you to identify the version of the SQL Server. Generally, most all the versions are zeros only. The second part will be zeros only, except 2008 R2. In the same year, they released one more copy of 2008. Maybe they might introduce some other things, or maybe any bugs are there. 2008 also is a good copy, but they released the second release 2008 R2. They released in the same year. So 2008 R2 with some extra features and all. So 2008 R2 10.50 only for 2008 R2. The second part, the minor version will be 50, but for all other versions, the second part will be zeros only. So it will start from 8.0. Very easy to remember. It will start from 8. Guys, this also should be on tip of your tongue. I told you, right? Immediately once you connect it to the server, you should be able to identify which version it is. You cannot again run and check select at version. Okay. So when you are sharing the screen and you are running the select query, definitely your colleagues will identify that you don't have genuine experience. So these numbers and all should be on tip of your tongue, guys. SQL Server versions, SQL Server build numbers, and Windows Server versions should be on tip of your tongue. Whether you will read or by heart or whatever you want to do, just do it, guys. But it should be on tip of your tongue. You should be immediately identify if you see 17.0, okay, this is 2025. If you see 12.0, okay, this is 2014. If you see 9.0, okay, this is 2005. If you see 13.0, okay, this is 2016. You should be able to identify quickly by just looking the first number, first part of the build number, guys. Clear? So first two parts related to the version of the SQL Server. The next two parts, in case this is an RTM copy, right? So RTM copy means regularly you are going to update your PhonePe application. Every 1 month it will ask you to update. Why, guys? Why we have to update the PhonePe application or other applications? What is the need?
For new features.
So sometimes we'll get the new features. Do you think whenever you update, every time you'll get the new feature? Every month
No,
you'll
some
update
hot
phone.
fixes, some fixes will be done.
Correct. So every time you will update, monthly once, 2 months once you will update, but don't think every update will give you new features. No. Okay, so what they are going to do, as it is a financial application, there is a chance of lot of bugs and all. Attackers can attack using different malware and all. Okay, so that's why to make sure it is going to be defended from the attackers, okay, the product owner will keep releasing the updates. Okay, will keep releasing the updates. So if they found a new new virus, to overcome that new virus, what they are going to do, guys? They are going to introduce one update. So that update is going to be applied on that particular software. That update is going to, like, the virus, one virus, I guess 2016 it came into the market. What is that virus, guys? Famous virus. What is that? The virus attack. That is an attack actually. Ransomware. Ransomware. Any idea on that? So ransomware, what happened across almost 40 percentage of the Windows machines, okay, across the globe are affected because of this ransomware, guys. They just locked the hackers locked your machine. They just control your machine and they locked your machine. If you want to unlock the machine, you have to pay some money to the hackers. So across the globe, around 40%, that is the biggest attack in 2016. Okay, so across the globe, around 40 percentage of the machines are impacted, guys. So don't know from which side when we are discussing now today related to the database administration. Lot of attackers will do lot of attacks across the globe, guys. That's their duty. That's their day-to-day activity. Okay, so that is how. So don't know how the attack will come, how they are going to attack us. So there are a lot of, okay, security kind of things you have to keep in mind. So regularly every product will have some updates, guys. So it's very important to apply the updates, okay, to avoid the attacks and all, antivirus kind of thing. To avoid that virus attacks and all, we should apply the latest updates. Okay, so these two parts, once you install the RTM copy, if any Microsoft is releasing any updates, we have to patch the SQL Server with those updates. We have to patch the SQL Server with those updates. Patching means what? Installing the updates on the RTM copy. You can call it as a patch. Simply installing the updates. So you're also doing patching regularly in your phone. You are clicking on update, right? The PhonePe application, you're clicking on update. So once you click on update, it's actually going for the patching. So Patching is nothing but updating the application with the latest updates. That's it. Applying the updates is called patching. So when you click on update the application, it is going to apply the updates from the product owner. So the app is going to be updated. So that is called, the process is called patching. So these two numbers, last two numbers will tell you whether SQL Server is patched or not. If it is patched, what update they installed, these two numbers will tell you guys. Third part and fourth part, actual bill number and revision history will tell you what kind of updates you installed on top of the RTM. We have different updates. We have service packs. We have cumulative updates. So during the patching session, so we'll discuss all these things. So that is all about your bill number. Bill number will help you to identify the version of the SQL Server. Bill number also will help you to check whether SQL Server is patched or not. Okay, bill number contains four parts. It will starts with a major version dot minor version dot actual bill number dot revision history. You can see the bill number in the instance name itself. You can also see the bill number using select at version also. Here you can see the bill number. You can also see the bill number in the instance level properties also. Here you can see the bill number. So this is how you can see the bill number, guys. So using bill number, you should be able to identify the SQL Server version quickly. Clear, guys? Questions? Any questions, doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Right. So discussed about the bill number, major version, minor version. We'll discuss the editions, guys. So in the evening, we'll start the demo. Okay. So we'll discuss the editions. So what is an edition, guys? Limitations to the features is called an edition. What is an edition? Edition is nothing but limitations to the features is called edition. So we have different editions. So what exactly this? For example, I'm using Zoom licensing, right? So Zoom pricing and all. I'll go for Zoom pricing. I'm using a licensed version of Zoom software. That means I have to pay money to the Zoom company. So yearly or monthly, I'm paying some amount to the Zoom. That Zoom is offering some services. So I can choose the plan. Based on the plan, I have to pay the money. Right? You can see here there are different plans. We have a basic plan. We have a pro plan, professional. We have a business plan. We have like a enterprise plan also will be there. Okay. It's not showing here business. Okay. Fine. Now you see here, guys. Imagine there are three plans. One is free. Second one is pro. Second one is business. Okay. So if you see here, if you see the count, see, basic means Zoom is completely free. Okay, but there are limitations with the free edition. What are the limitations? The meeting will be there up to 40 minutes. So once 40 minutes is over, once you open the meeting, it will be there till 40 minutes, guys. If 40 minutes over, then automatically the link will be closed. So the students are going to be, the students are participants are going to be impacted. Again, you have to open the link. Okay, again, you have to inform the students, please join the link and all. So this is how it will be. As it is free, we cannot ask. This was the limitation in the feature. So for every 40 minutes, the meeting link will be closed and maximum 100 participants can join in the every meeting. Team chat is available, clips basic, mail and calendar, docs basic, notes, whiteboard basic. These are all basic things you will get it in the Zoom free. Whereas if you pay some amount by just paying 1147 per month, if you pay some amount, what will happen, guys? So they are going to unlock some extra features. Every meeting can last up to 30 hours. Once you open the meeting, now I open this meeting right for you. So if I don't close it, it will be there up to 30 hours continuously. Or I can take 30 hours continuous class. Single class can be 30 hours. Like that, once it is done, then again I can open one more link. I mean to say, you can open the same link and you can take 30 hours. Means each link will be there up to 30 hours. It won't be closed. It won't be closed, guys. Until and unless you close it, it won't be closed automatically. Whereas basic will be closed for every 40 minutes. And 100 participants. A companion is there. Here we don't have a companion. Here we have a companion. Here they don't give any cloud storage. Here they will get cloud storage of 5 GB for storing the recordings and all. Docs, unlimited docs we have. So this is how. Means for every feature, see here we have only 100 participants. Again, if you are paying money also, depends upon the amount that you are paying. There is a pro plan, there is a business plan. So in the business plan, okay, it will allow 300 participants. Whereas in the pro plan, I guess only 100 participants it will allow. Okay, whiteboard, scheduler, whatever things are there, see everything in pro, and whatever features are there, all these features plus also you'll get extra these features, guys. So when you are paying extra money, it is unlocking extra features and all, guys. If you go to restaurant, normally there are like normal restaurants will be there. In the same restaurant you can see a normal one and you can see AC restaurant. So if you go to inside, if you go inside the AC restaurant, again extra charges will be there. Okay, and flight economy is there, business class is there. So depends upon the amount you are paying, so it is going to unlock the features, that is called edition. In the SQL Server also we have different types of editions, guys. Okay, we have different types of editions. So we have Express edition, which is completely free, but again lot of challenges with this Express edition, guys. Okay, what are the challenges? Generally, there is no SQL Server agent in the Express edition. There is no SQL Server agent in the Express edition. If there is no SQL Server agent, this is the one. This one, agent means this one. It will be responsible for the automation and all. So if there is no agent, I cannot set up the automation using the Express edition. And remember one more thing, I told you it's free. Free, can I install free copies on the production servers, guys? Even though Microsoft is giving it for free, can I install it on the production servers?
No.
I cannot install it on the, I told you, right, free copies, you cannot install it on the production servers. It's illegal. So Microsoft is going to impose a lot of fines on your company and all, or else it will proceed legally. So that is actually an illegal thing. So Express Edition, it's a free, but there is no agent, and the database size maximum 10 GB database size, guys. You cannot create the databases more than 10 GB. These are all some challenges of Express Edition. Okay, nowadays no one is using the Express edition. I'll tell you why, the reason also. Then evaluation edition. Evaluation edition is free for 180 days. Like the same way, we have few challenges with the evaluation edition also. After 6 months, automatically the license will be expired and you cannot make use of it. That is the biggest challenge. For every 6 months, if it is stopping, you cannot start it because of this limited feature. 180 days free is gone. You have to upgrade to the paid version. So evaluation edition is also we don't use in the organization. Next, these three are very important editions, guys. One is developer edition, second one is standard edition, third one is your enterprise edition. Developer edition is called a kind of a free. Just now we have just checked, right, in the Zoom. So developer edition is free, but from SQL Server 2017 onwards. Guys, generally in the organization, testing means the same copy. For example, in your production environment, if you are using 2019 in the non-production environment, also you have to use 2019 only. Why? Because you testing the non-prod environment is meant for testing. So in the non-prod environment, if you are using 2012 and you are testing your logics and all in the 2012, and in the production environment, if it is 2019, so there is no meaning of testing here. You have to create the exact replica of the particular copy in the lower environment. There you have to test it. So in the production, if you are using 2019 for a specific application or product, in the non-production also you have to use the same version, guys. Then only you will get a better test results and all. So from 2017 onwards, developer edition is free completely. 2017 developer edition is free. 2019 developer edition is free. 2022 developer edition is free. So this is the biggest edition Microsoft took, guys. So very biggest decision. Because of this, it is going to lose lot of money. Why? Because believe me, for one production server, 2-3 non-production servers will be there. For one production, for example, there is an HR application, leaves application is there. I want to fill all the leaves. Small application. Okay, so for that we will use one database in the backend. So the database is SQL 2019, guys. Okay, the database version is SQL Server 2019. So that is the production. If I am using it regularly, I means the employees of the organization, they will open daily, they will open this application, they will make attendance daily. They have to mark it as attendance. Okay, in the app itself, they have to mark it as present. So daily, if 100 or 200 employees are there, daily they will log into the particular application. They will mark their attendance. When you mark it, it will also tell you the time. At 9:10 you marked, at 9 o'clock you marked. So every time I can easily track it, who are logging in at 9 o'clock, who are logging in after 9 o'clock. So I can easily track who are like not coming. If I have 100 employees, I cannot manually go and check who are absent, who are in sick leave, who are in annual leave, who are in casual leave, who are in maternity leave, who are in paternity leave. So it's very difficult to chase it, right? So I'll have an application. So this application, okay, is accessible to all the users, to all the employees of my company, and they are going to, once they logged into the shift, they will open this application, they will mark the attendance. So now if I have 100 employees daily, they have to fill this. So daily these 100 employees use this application. So if this application is down, all the 100 employees can't fill their attendance. If I have 1,000 employees, all the 1,000 employees can't fill that application. So the application that I'm using, that HR application that I'm using in the backend, I'll use one database server, right? So imagine if I'm using 2019 version. If I want to do some testing and all, or if I want to test the logics and all, okay, I'll use the lower environment. But lower environment, I'll have multiple lower environments, guys. I have multiple non-production environments. I have non-prod, I have stage, I have test servers, I have dev servers, I have UAT servers. So for one production server, I'll have minimum 2 to 3 non-production servers, guys. Are you getting the point, everyone? For one application, yeah, these are the environments. For one application, one production server will be there, minimum 2 to 3 non-production servers will be there. So what Microsoft did is, developer edition is completely free. Okay, free in the sense you can install in the non-prod environments. So if you are using 3 non-prod servers for single applications, Microsoft is going to lose 3 licenses. If you are using 5 non-prod environments for one application, as 2017 is free, from 2017 onwards, developer edition is free, I'll definitely migrate to 2017, right? Why? Because I am going to install developer edition on 5 environments. So I'm going to save a lot of money. So definitely what I'll do, in case if I'm using older versions, 2008, 8 or to 12 and all, definitely I'll migrate it to the latest versions. So in that way, if you are migrating to the latest versions, you have to pay extra money. So in that way, Microsoft is getting extra money. But see, the lower environment is completely free, so no need to pay any amount for the lower environments from 2017 onwards. If you are using 2017, 2019, 2022, of course for 2025 also it will be free. So that because of the marketing competition, one strategy. Second strategy is, so once they stopped supporting and once it's free, why again unnecessarily you have to spend a lot of money on the non-prod servers? So people will try to migrate the lower versions, like their lower versions to higher versions, 2017 and more. That's the marketing strategy of the Microsoft. So a big loss, for example, in our organization itself, we have around 7,000 servers, guys. I am handling 7,000 servers, 7,000 plus servers I am handling. A very big environment, multiple applications we are supporting. If you tell we are managing 7,000 servers in the interview, no interviewer will believe that. But we have an inventory of all 7,000 servers. We are using 2,000 onwards. Still 100 to 150, 2,000 servers are there. SQL Server 2,000 versions are there. We have 500 SQL Server 2005 servers are there. We have 450, 2008 server versions are there. We have 2000 versions, 2000 SQL Server 2012. Like that, we have around 800 copies are there. And 2017, 2000 copies are there. 2019, 1000 copies are there. Like that, we are managing 7,000 servers, guys. Very big inventory. Out of 2000, again 60-70% are non-prod only. For every application, minimum 3-4 non-prod servers will be there. These are the layers. Test servers you have to check, dev servers you have to check, stage servers you have to check. So for one HR application, one production server will be there, minimum 2-3 non-production servers will be there. If it is a critical application, we will maintain all 5 non-prod servers, guys. But prod will be only one. Or if any high availability is there, 2 copies will be there. So this is how. So my company itself almost saved $2.3 million by migrating from lower versions to higher versions. So Shanmukh, then as you are saying it's migrated, but why still you are using 2000 SQL Server 2000? Why still you are using 2005? Because of the application compatibility. I told you, right? Not every application will support 2017. Not every application will support 2019. So those applications we are still using the lower versions like 2000, 2005 and all. If it can support the latest versions, we migrated the applications to the latest versions of SQL Server, guys. So developer edition is completely free from SQL Server 2017 onwards. Okay. So if your lower environment is using 2017, definitely your higher environment also should use 2017 or the respective versions of your lower environment. This is how we are managing the inventory, guys. This is how generally we'll manage the inventory in the organization also. So developer edition is completely free. All the versions, all the features will work in the developer edition. Like the same, how the enterprise edition will be, the same way developer edition also will be, guys. But as developer edition is free, you cannot install developer edition on the production servers. So that's why we have one more edition called either standard edition you can install, or you can install enterprise edition. Enterprise edition is the highest edition. Like if you go and check in the plan, Pro business plan is the highest plan right here. So in the same way, SQL Server wise, enterprise edition is the highest edition in the organization. So few people based on their application, either they will use standard edition when compared to enterprise. Standard edition is bit low, and they will use enterprise edition also. If they are asking in the interviews what is the difference between enterprise edition and standard edition, so the difference in terms of CPU cores, mainly in terms of resources, guys. So the difference will be number of CPU cores, and standard edition how much RAM it will support, and enterprise edition how much RAM it will support. Standard edition how many CPU cores it will support, enterprise edition how many CPU cores it will support. Standard edition the storage, how much storage, how much hard disk it will support, whereas enterprise edition how much hard disk. Mainly these are the main things that you have to keep in mind, guys. Generally no one will ask, but in case if they are asking, you can tell, okay, SQL Server standard edition versus enterprise edition. You can see just this, okay, you can see this table. So you can see in developer what and all features will be supported, in the enterprise what features will be supported. There is a table you can see here, guys. Enterprise, standard, these are also different edition: web edition, express with advanced services, express edition. So if you see here, enterprise and first 2 columns, enterprise and standard, you can see here. See, enterprise will support operating system maximum. The operating system, how much it will support? OS level operating system, if OS supports 512 GB of RAM, your enterprise edition of SQL Server also will support 512 GB of RAM. Whereas if you choose standard edition, it will support only 128 GB of RAM. Max 128 GB of RAM. If your application needs more than 128 GB of RAM, definitely you have to migrate to enterprise edition, guys. CPU cores also, it supports up to 24 cores, whereas your enterprise edition will support operating system maximum CPU cores. If operating system is supporting 128 cores, your SQL Server also will support 128 cores. Okay, whereas web edition will support only 64 GB, 16 cores it will support. Okay, whereas see, Express with advanced version, it will support 1.4 GB. 1.4 GB means what? Nothing, guys. What data processing you can do with 1.4 GB of RAM? And Express edition, how much RAM it will support? Only 1.4 GB of RAM. 1410 MB of RAM it is going to support, which is nothing. Not even for personal use also we can't use 1.4 GB. So that's why we don't generally use web or express advanced. So mostly 3 editions we'll use in the organization, guys. In the non-prod environments, we'll use developer edition. Maybe some people they will do mistakes, guys. You go and check sometimes in the non-prod you can install production, guys. In the non-prod, can I install enterprise edition? In the non-prod, can I install enterprise edition?
No.
In the prod, can I install developer edition?
No.
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 No, this is for sure. In the prod, we cannot install developer edition as it is free. Microsoft is going to lose the money, so we cannot install developer edition on the production servers. But in the non-prod, can we install enterprise edition? Guess it.
No.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Yes, Microsoft is getting money. Why they are going to stop you to install? That is your mistake. That is your mistake that you cannot install. There is no rule that Microsoft is not blocking you to install enterprise edition in the lower environment. You can install, but your company has to pay a lot of money to the Microsoft. So Microsoft is getting the money, so it's not illegal. If Microsoft is losing the money, it's illegal, guys. So enterprise edition you can install in the non-prod environment sometimes unknowingly. Maybe if there is no SQL DBA team, or unknowingly, maybe in the lower environments they will install enterprise edition also. No one will notice that. If you can notice, that will be good. You can send a data, you can send an email to the manager. See, in all these lower environments we are using enterprise edition. So why we are using enterprise edition? Can't we go for developer edition? It is free completely. But again, you have to check and compare the versions, guys. It's not like directly developer edition is free, will migrate to 2017. In the lower environment, if they are using 2017 or more enterprise edition, then you can send an email, tell them that this is okay, for this you have to pay extra money and all, better we can migrate to developer edition and all, like that you can tell them. So how to check the edition, guys? How to check the edition? Again, using the same command, selected at version, you can see here the edition of the particular SQL instance, SQL Server. You can see here developer edition. Or else you can also check the instance properties. Okay. There also you can see here product Microsoft SQL Server developer 64-bit. So in this way you can identify the edition of the SQL Server. Guys, is it clear now? Editions? Questions, doubts?
No doubts for me.
Thank you. So if you have any questions, let me know, guys. Otherwise, that's it for now. So as promised, this is the last, what I can say, demo class or free class. So if you are interested, I hope you have my number, and I am just posting this uh, contact form, okay, in the Zoom chat. So please fill this form, okay. Today by 5 o'clock, you have to confirm me, guys. The meeting link and all will be changed for the next class. Okay, we have a session at 7 p.m. So if you confirm me at 5 o'clock, so you'll get the new meeting link. And please don't confirm me by 6:59 p.m. By 6:59, Shanmukh, I am interested. What I have to do at 6:59. So please, if you're interested, you have to fill this form. Okay, your name, your what I can say, contact number, your email ID, location, just location in the sense whether you are from any location, no need to give your address and all, just location, Hyderabad, Bangalore, US, UK, any city name is enough. And comments and suggestions. If you want to give any suggestions and all, you can just add the suggestions. And then you have to fill this form and you have to give it to me before 5 o'clock today. And the registered students will get the new link for the next class, which will be at 7 p.m. IST today. For US people, tomorrow morning, 8:30 EST. But before jumping into the next class, okay, you have to fill this form, you have to complete the registration. Then we can go ahead and we can, yeah, sure, Tabasum, I'm going to share the link. Okay. So clear, guys, any questions, doubts? Please confirm me by 5 p.m. today. Please, again, I cannot ping everyone and I cannot ask. Okay, so please confirm me by 5 p.m. today so that you will get the other details and all. Okay. Any questions, anything that we have to discuss? So the next session will be on the virtual machine. We'll set up the virtual machine. I'll explain what is virtual machine, how much virtual machines will work, CPU, RAM, and all we'll discuss. We'll create a virtual machine. We'll install the Windows Server operating system today. We'll also set up the remote connections. I'll also explain what is a remote connection, how to connect to the servers remotely, how work from home will work, how work from office will work. So that will be discussed in the next class, guys. So please requesting you all, please confirm by today 5 p.m. and confirmation in the sense, please fill this form first and then just ping me in the WhatsApp. If you don't have my number, I'm just posting my number in this chart. Okay. Okay. +91 9902590140. Okay. This is the number. Anila, I'll share you. I'll share you in the WhatsApp. Okay, guys, please. Where is this form? Okay, fine. Let me open the notepad. Okay, so this is my contact number, guys. +91 9902590140. If I'm not reachable in the WhatsApp, you can also ping me at soscuniversity@gmail.com. Okay. In case if you're troubling to connect in the WhatsApp, you can also send an email, okay, directly to this sosuniversity@gmail.com, guys. But I'll be available at WhatsApp continuously, okay? Questions, guys? Any questions, doubts?
Yeah, Shanmukh, I have a question.
Yes, Abhishek.
Just now you mentioned that in your organization you are maintaining the SQL Server 2000, 2005, all these servers, right? But
Yes,
as per Microsoft, the extended support has been ended up to 2014.
yes,
If you are going
yes.
any issues or any things, then how you are managing
We
over
have to
there?
manage. First of all, I told you, right, those are the legacy applications, so we don't get the big issues and all. First thing. Second thing is, in case still there is, we can't expect issue can be from disk side, issue can be from OS side also. So if you are still having issues, even though Microsoft ended the support, I'm still using means that's my own risk. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm ready to pay the risk as it is. I don't want to pay extra money for these legacy applications. I don't want to
Okay.
migrate to the latest versions by paying extra money and all. If there is a risk, let it be. I'm going to face it.
Okay. Why?
Okay.
Because whenever you got any error, then generally you need to raise a ticket with Microsoft, and Microsoft people will simply say that the support has been ended.
Yes,
Sorry, you need to upgrade to the latest version.
correct,
So
correct,
that's the reason
correct.
I'm just asking how you're
Yeah, this,
managing all those versions.
yes, yes. We discussed this in the last class, in the yesterday's class. We discussed. See, I in the sense my company is ready to face the challenges instead of paying extra money. Not every
Okay.
issue will be managed by Microsoft, right? So
Yeah.
if it is very big issue, okay, then only we'll reach the Microsoft. Otherwise, the DBA team is there. We have a team. Okay, so they are going to manage the issues, common issues and all. If it's really a big issue, definitely we don't reach out to the Microsoft for this extended support for the versions. The extended support is completed. For those versions, we don't reach Microsoft support. We'll either Google it or we have other than Microsoft, like Rackspace, one company which will work like a Microsoft that is also going to fix the issues like this. Okay, so like that
Okay.
Microsoft, we have different companies. They use it to
Mhm.
support by taking extra money and all.
Okay. Okay. Now I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Questions, guys? Why you can't see the link? Guys, can you see the link? Sorry, document is not published. You are getting like this. Okay. Guys, can you
Actually,
open?
if you open the link, we are sorry, this document is not published.
Okay, guys, just a minute, guys. Just a minute, please. Don't mind. Just a minute. 1 minute. I'm going to publish it. Please, sorry for that. And I forgot to publish the. Okay, now can you see, guys? Can you just refresh it and can you try now that link?
It is asking like you need permission, you need access.
They changed this, I guess. Okay, 1 minute. Editor view, anyone with the link, and responder view, anyone with the link, anyone on the internet. Found. now can you just refresh and try editing it, guys? Just try editing it. Is it allowing to edit?
Yeah, it is working right.
Okay, thank you, Sharath. Okay, guys, again, so I'm requesting you all, please fill this form and please confirm me by 5 p.m. today so that we can proceed for the further steps and all, and the discussion will continue, guys. So the reason that I started now because in the actually last week only the new batch is completed, the last batch is completed. So if I don't start now, what will happen again? New year end, this is a new year, right? I mean to say the year end will come, so everyone will be like holidays, they will be in the holidays mood and all. So again we are going to miss the 1st January, 28th also we are going to miss. Okay, we are going to miss the 4th of January. And we have a festival, actually we have a Sankranti festival, which is a big festival. So people use it to go for the holidays and all for this festival. So again after January 15th only I have to start, which will be January 18th. Okay, so almost 1 month, right? So we are going to waste 1 month, so that's why I just started. Okay, yesterday 21st. So it will continue, guys. So please, we don't need any holidays. First is Wednesday, so we don't need holidays. Even Christmas is also on Wednesday, we don't need holiday for that. And 8th we don't need. 15th also we are not going to take any classes on all these days. So this is how we are going to take the classes, right? So that's why we just started at 21st December, guys. Okay, so we'll see if like good participants are there. Of course, okay, we'll continue the sessions without having any breaks and all. But definitely I need your participation, and this is how the classes will be. It will go slowly. Okay, so every point from the scratch we are going to discuss. So subject wise, you don't worry about anything, guys. To be frank, I have a surgery tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a kidney stone surgery. Still today also I am taking the class. So because since years I am taking the classes, guys, I know the student mentality, how you people will think. If there is a gap of 1 day, you will think like he is also like another trainer. So giving breaks and all. So until and unless, okay, if I can't take the classes in the last minute only, I'll skip the classes. If there is a chance that I can take the classes from outside also, if I'm going for the vacation holidays also, I used to take the classes from the hotel rooms and all. So since beginning, okay, that kind of dedication, then only you are going to believe me. Otherwise, taking one class, giving 2, 3 breaks, you are not going to get any interest. Completely, the interest and all will be gone. So, but for me, it's not going to work like that. You can go and check my YouTube videos. Exactly, I started the batch to September, and last week I finished, which will be 2.5 months I finished. Only one break, that too for one surgery break, I took the break, guys. So that is how. So I'm expecting the same kind of dedication from you. Please don't miss any classes. Try to join the classes, guys. At the during like during the discussion, we'll discuss a lot of things. I'll give you a lot of assignments and all, so which will be very helpful for you. Okay. So any questions, any suggestions, please let me know. Otherwise, okay, please fill that form, guys. Okay, I can see only 4 responses are there till now. Please fill it by 5 o'clock and confirm me by 5 o'clock today, and so that
Sir, the
okay,
form is not accessible.
if that form is not accessible, just try refreshing it, Farooq. I'm not sure. You can see, right? 4 people responded. So maybe try filling it from the laptop. No problem, Tabusu. So, Melody, you are not able to access the form? Guys, if possible, try to fill it from the laptop, guys. Because others can access, right? So I didn't give access to a specific person. For all, the same access will be there. Okay. Just try refreshing or try to reopen the link again. If it is not working, try reopening the link. And you can also confirm in the WhatsApp, guys. Okay, not an issue. In case if you are still having trouble in filling this form, nothing to worry. Just please confirm in the WhatsApp. Okay, I'm going to share you the details so that we can proceed. Okay, don't worry. I hope everyone is having my number right. Okay, just please confirm in the WhatsApp also so that we can proceed, guys. Okay. Any other questions, guys? If you fill that form, you can drop, guys. No issues. We will connect at 7 p.m. But again, 7 p.m. the link will be different. So you can just come back to me. We'll discuss the things. Okay.
No doubt, sir.
Yeah. Thank
It
you.
is open, sir. It is open now.
Okay. Okay. Farooq, thank you.
Just take care of yourself, sir.
Sure, Sharath. Thank you so much. Yeah. Bye, Kishore.
Yeah, Shanmugh, I'm leaving. Bye. Just take care of yourself.
Sure, Tabasum. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Yes.
Yep. Sure, Sangam. Sure.
Yes, I am unable.
Hello.
Yeah, Gopi.
Sharmukh, I tried to fill the form, but I didn't have.
Okay, please close the browser and try reopening it again. Close
Yeah,
the
I
browser.
tried like that, but
Okay, no problem. Do one thing. Just
whenever I
ping me in the
press the
WhatsApp.
letters,
Uh,
it will open the another window.
oh, okay. No problem. Just ping me in the WhatsApp. No issues. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Shanmugh, thank you very much. The session
Thank
was
you.
wonderful as
Thank you
I
so
have
much.
attended batch 37.
Oh, okay. Correct.
Yes, yes, yes.
So is there any difference? Batch 37 means you're almost like, yeah, 4 years back.
Yes.
4 years back. Is there any difference, Sangam, in the teaching and all?
Yes, teaching is as usual is understandable and very fluent,
Yeah.
easy to understanding, and your interaction is very good.
Thank you.
I like that. There is nothing is changed.
Thank you. Thank you for Sangam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, please let me know for the Azure SQL. Okay.
Sure. You will get the details.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you
Have
so
a
much.
good day.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Sangam. Bye.
Farooq here, sir. I have submitted the form.
Thank you, Farooq. Melody, you're able to edit the form, Melody? Melody. Any challenges you're facing?
No. I submitted it from already. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. Thank you. Okay. Okay, guys.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah. Please, Farooq.
Sir, do you have any other batch with other timings on the same weekend
No,
dates, weekend
no,
days?
bro. Since years, I'm taking the same timings and all. Since years, as it is convenient to the experienced people, those who are working and all in other domains and all. Okay, so keep them in mind. So and just to design this like during the weekends and all. So we have only this batch currently. Not sure in future maybe I'll take the weekday classes or not. But for now, since 3 4 years I'm taking the classes on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, morning and evening. This is how we are planning. So maybe in future depends on the situation
No,
and
no,
all.
sir. I mean to
Yeah.
say, classes on weekend is fine. I'm just asking about the times on weekends. Like,
Time
yes,
time only. This
days
is
are
fixed. Why?
fine. I'm asking about the times.
Correct. I got it. So this is fixed. Why this is fixed? Because US people also going to join. So if it is 7 for us means for them it will be 8:30. So 8:30 to 11 night they have to be there in the class. Night 11 o'clock they have to be there. If it's too late like 8 o'clock and all, again for them it will be night 12 o'clock. So keep them in mind. So I designed like morning 7 o'clock and evening 7 o'clock is the correct time. So there are no other timings and it won't be changed for.
Sir, evening is fine, but the morning is too early. Actually,
I can understand, but you have to spend only 2 days in a week,
okay,
not
okay,
regularly.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, sir. Okay,
yeah,
okay, okay.
okay. Yeah. Thank you, Farooq. So thank you guys. Please send that form. Okay, that will be very important for me. And yes, we'll continue the evening. Thank you all. Bye. I'm wrapping the session.